So namaste, everyone. I'm just going to read our waiver before we begin our Yin Yang practice today. So in order to make these classes as freely accessible as possible to our participants, we'll be using a verbal warning and assumption of risk at the beginning of the class. Participation in this online class is voluntary. Physical activity programs may result in injury, and by participating, you assume the risk of injury that may result from your participation. We strongly recommend that you participate from a space that is suitable for this activity. For example, making sure that you have moved nearby furniture and other potential hazards. If you are participating in a yoga class or a class that involves laying on the ground, we recommend using a mat, or if you don't have one, a carpeted area. Participants are encouraged to stop if they experience pain or injury and should seek appropriate medical advice as needed. William & Mary Health and Wellness strongly recommends that each participant have an annual physical exam and that you follow the advice of your healthcare provider before participating. So welcome. So any props that you have, I'd ask if you would just move them to the side of your mat where they would be easily accessible throughout practice, knowing that you're welcome to use them at any point. And then as you're ready, you're gonna recline down onto the mat, taking your time to get there. And then settling into a posture that feels really good to you right now. Taking time to settle the spine, maybe making adjustments with the pelvis, the shoulders, the head. And then drawing awareness to the legs, each independently, right and left. Let the right leg go where the right leg needs to be. Let the left go where the left needs to be. And then the same with the arms. Let the arms take the shape that feels right for you. Whether that be an A, starfish with the arms up and overhead, arms up to a T. Taking this time right now to just scan the body from head to toe, and then toe to head. Making sure you take a look at the front side of the body, the back side of the body, the right and the left side. Tuning in, noticing vibrations, sensations in the space of curiosity, not judgment. And then once you have a good read as to where the body is at, begin to notice the breath. Settling into a rhythm of breath that feels right for you. Noting there's no right or wrong. There just is. Maybe noticing the differences in the breath from the last time you were on your mat. And then allowing yourself to move into a rhythm of breath that really starts to turn on that parasympathetic nervous system, that space of peace and calm. Start to notice maybe the softening of the body onto the mat as you find that space. Taking a few more rounds of breath here, just noticing. And then as you are ready, we're gonna make our way into our first posture today. So we're gonna draw our feet back to the floor, knees facing up. And we're gonna hug the knees up into the chest. We're gonna place the hands on the hamstrings. We're gonna leave the triceps on the mat if that's available, and just draw the knees in just a little bit. We're gonna let the feet just kind of dangle, going where they want to be, not in flexion or extension, just their natural place. And you're gonna let the knees kind of come out a little bit, separating. Almost imagining yourself in child's pose, but upside down. See if you can draw awareness into the pelvis and just keep the pelvis neutral on the mat as you just gently hug the legs in a little bit more. Allow the breath to be the guide. As the body begins to soften a little bit more, letting the knees just move in the direction that they want to go. Maybe one wants to move out a little, maybe one wants to move in, maybe one wants to move towards the chest where the other wants to move towards the outer edges. And then as you make your way into the end of this posture, you're going to release the hands and let them come just down to the mat again. Just allowing the bent legs to float just a little longer. Maybe softening just a little bit more. And then as you're ready, you're just going to draw awareness into the feet and start to bring them as slow as you can back down to the mat. Once the feet reach the mat, just letting them settle in, maybe lifting up the toes, drawing the toes back down, maybe rocking the knees side to side. Then from here, you're going to heel toe the feet out just a little bit wider than hip width distance, so you can bring the knees together. Then from this space, letting the arms go where they naturally want to go, whether that be an A, a T, cactus arms. And then with awareness of the breath, slowly and mindfully, drifting the knees over towards the right side. Remembering if you have some props and you'd like to rest that right leg on either bolster, blanket, block, book, if that helps you to find comfort in this pose. We're going to hang here for a little bit. We're going to take time to kind of work through the body. So start to draw your awareness down into the legs, letting the legs really settle in here, while we have the gaze still up at the ceiling. As the body begins to settle here, making any adjustments that help you to find that 50%. So if it's resting the legs on props, go ahead and go there. If it's lifting that right heel up and resting it on the left leg, go there. Then start to draw your awareness up into the torso, finding comfort and relaxation as you move up the body, staying in your breath, making sure your shoulders are staying on the mat. Then once you move up into that shoulder space, see if you can just relax the shoulders down the mat just a little bit more. Then, if it feels right, to adjust or move the head, keeping that chin neutral. Find the spot that feels right to place the head. Settling in, noticing the breath. Taking your time as we explore those twists. Noticing the spaces that feel just awesome in the twist. And then notice the spaces that might have a little more sensation or vibration. See if you can send that beautiful rhythm of breath into those spaces, softening. As you're past the halfway mark here, making any adjustments that you need to. Starting to notice where the mind space is. As we challenge ourselves in this long hold, first thing in practice, are you able to stay in the moment? See if now, if you can find some space within the body on your next exhale to just relax just a little bit more. Then as we prepare to exit the posture, we're going to do it as mindfully and slowly as we came into the posture. So if you made that movement with the head, you're gonna, on an inhale, draw the gaze back up towards the ceiling and neutral. Pause. Then if you lifted that heel up and placed it on the left leg, you're gonna slowly and mindfully just bring that right heel down to the right. Pause. And then on an inhale, as slow as you can, you're just gonna draw the knees back up to center. As they arrive back in center, you're gonna tent the knees And then release the hands along the side of the body. Taking a couple breath cycles here as you tent the knees, just noticing what's going on, right versus left side of the body. Grounding nicely down evenly into the feet, maybe lifting up all 10 toes, bringing them down. And then heel-toeing the feet into center. Bringing the hands along the side of the body, keeping the hands to the side of the body. You're going to use your core to lift the legs up, hug them into the chest, straightening the legs out, lifting the feet up towards the ceiling, and just roll the ankles here. Right and left, left and right. Point and flex the feet. And then as slowly as you can, you're going to start to bend the knees, bringing the shins to parallel. Pausing with the shins in parallel, activating the core. Hold. Then on an exhale, keeping that core active, let the feet mindfully make their way back down to the floor. Releasing the core, just rocking the knees side to side. And then as we get ready to move to the other side, our left side for the twist, we're going to heel toe the feet out. Let the knees tent, make any adjustments and the pelvis. Bringing our props to the other side if we need them just in case. And then as you're ready, bringing the arms to the space that feels right. And then starting to draft the knees over to that left side. We're going to do the same thing here as we take the time to get this set up. We're going to draw awareness into the lower half of the body, finding that place of comfort, maybe propping underneath that left leg on this side. Maybe trying the IT band stretch here, lifting that left heel up, placing it on the right leg. Remembering these are options. If it doesn't feel right, you're going to come out of it. Then working your way up into the torso, find that comfort there. Drawing awareness into those shoulders, making sure they're resting comfortably on the mat. Maybe tucking them under just a little bit. And then last, drawing awareness into the head. Where does the head want to be placed on this side? See if you can just move that chin neutrally and find that space where it feels right for you. And the time to notice the differences in that space of curiosity. Are there subtle adjustments that you can make to find comfort or ease Maybe working those from the inside out. So maybe noticing, does some slight core engagement help here? Does drawing awareness to the sits bones help? Where's the mind space on this side? And you're more than halfway done. Is there any space that you could soften on an exhale? And as we begin to mindfully move out of this posture, we're going to back out of it the way we came in. So if you made movement with the head, you're just going to draw the gaze back to that neutral. Then if you lifted that heel up and placed it on the right leg, you're going to draw it down to the mat. Exhale. And then on an inhale, when you're ready, slowly, mindfully, rolling back up those knees. Taking time when you get here to tent the knees, bring the hands along the side of the body. Taking a moment to just notice right versus left. And then heel-toeing the feet back in. We're going to move into that little bit of core engagement again. So this time, hands are going to be along the side of the body. Remember, the hands are going to stay on the side of the body. You're going to engage the core, lift that navel up towards the rib cage, engaging that transverse abdominis. And then on an inhale, hugging the knees into the chest. From here, reaching the legs up towards the ceiling, rolling the ankles again, pointing and flexing, finding stillness as you make your way into that air chair. Bending the knees, bringing the shins parallel to your mat. Put some flexion in the feet, engage the core a little bit more. Then from this space, reaching the arms up and overhead, palms facing each other. Make sure that the shoulder blades are down on the mat, so the hands are literally just right above the shoulders. Then from here, engaging the core, lifting straight up. Exhale back down. Keep the chin neutral, moving through this at your pace. 5 rounds. Inhaling up. Exhaling back down. If it feels right to hold when you get up, go ahead and hold for a breath as you get closer to your 5th round. And then after 5 rounds, mindfully bringing the hands back down along the side of the body. And then letting the feet come down to the mat as mindfully as you can. Then from here, just letting those knees rock to side, releasing any tension. Coming back to stillness. You're gonna bring the soles of the feet together as you come into a Baddha Konasana here. Letting the hands come out a little wider if that feels right. Maybe placing the hands on the hip flexor if that feels right. Be placing a block or a blanket underneath the legs for a little support, if that feels right. Letting yourself just settle in here to this space. Draw your awareness to the breath. Is there anything that you can relax on an exhale? Start to notice as the connective tissue opens up. Allow yourself to just not resist it. Just continually remind yourself that the floor is here, supporting you. The breath and the body are doing all the work. So even though we come into stillness, remember that the body opens. There's this gentle movement. So just let yourself kind of be absorbed in that movement. Being the observer. As you make your way into the final minute here, are there any minor adjustments you could make to relax the body just a little bit more? And then as you prepare to exit this posture, we're going to do it as slow as we can, or maybe a count of 10. We're going to bring the hands first underneath the legs. And then letting the hands do the work for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As the knees come back up towards the ceiling, just doing that quick check-in, seeing what you need to just readjust the body. Some may need to extend the legs long on the mat, rock the legs side to side. Others may want to hug the knees into the chest, maybe rocking the knees independently, right and left, maybe some circles. Just check in, what do you need? Then wherever you're at, you're gonna make your way to stillness. We're gonna roll to the right side and in a fetal position. And then when you're ready, you're gonna press yourself up and you're gonna transition into a tabletop from here. So placing hands underneath shoulders, knees, taking time to spread the fingers wide. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. Get that core moving through cow and cat here, articulating that spine. After adding in any organic movement that seems right, what is your body craving? As you work those outer edges of the hips, the TFL, the IT band, maybe rocking side to side feels right for you. Maybe some cat or cow bow feel right. Just letting the movement be really super mindful. Maybe it's circles with the hips. Just know that whatever you're doing, make sure you're doing it evenly to the body. So if you circle to the right, make sure you also circle to the left. And then make your way back to tabletop. Taking whatever rounds you need to even out the body. And then draw awareness into the left leg. We're going to move into some active spinal balance here. So we're going to take the left long on the mat. From here, you're welcome to lift that heel. Also welcome to reach the right, as if you're shaking someone's hand. And then with your breath, rounding the back, tucking in, drop elbow to knee, reaching out. We'll take 3 rounds here. And then make your round back to tabletop. Taking a cat and a cow in between. Palms if that feels right, and just releasing the wrists. And then making your way back to the other side. So sending the right leg long on the mat. Lift, and then breathe out with that left arm. Pressing up that left foot into the mat, keeping the core engaged, and moving into this dynamic movement again on this side. 3 rounds, elbow to knee. After your 3rd round, finding tabletop, cow. And then sinking heels, finding the child's pose that serves you best today. So if it feels right to bring a prop to place the head on, go ahead and go there. If it feels right to have the arms along the side of the body, go there. If you feel like you need it more active, reaching the arms out in front. And then mindfully making your way back to tabletop. From here, moving through spinal balance, your breath, taking left leg long, right arm out in front, bringing hand and knee to the mat, moving right to the other side. Hand and knee to the mat, right arm out, left leg long. Hand and knee to the mat, left arm out, right leg long. Hand and knee to the mat, cat and cow. Make your way to child's pose. Inhaling up. This time, adding in a little bit of a twist if you want. So as you extend the left leg long, right arm out in front. Bend the left knee, reach hand, and maybe press in to the hand. Lifting the heart. Exhaling, reaching out with the hand and the leg. And knee to the mat. And then moving to the other side, extending the right leg long, left arm long. Reaching back, pushing hand into foot, opening up. One more breath. Extending leg long, arm long, hand to the mat, knee to the mat, cat and cow. Then bringing the sits bones to the floor. Whether you swing the legs to the side or cross over the ankles. Finding whatever you're going to use to have our nice heart opener. So whether it's some pillows or a blanket, just gonna let them go nice and long on the mat. And then as you're ready, reclining down. Taking a moment to settle in. And then making a decision where the legs want to go. Whether they go long, feet on the floor, knees up. And then let the arms come out to either a T or to cactus. Breathing deeply into the lungs. Making sure that chin is making adjustments as the body opens. We spent most of the practice in that beautiful breath that has a parasympathetic nervous system set and ready. So this heart opener should come with some ease. We're going to 5 in this posture. Time on our computers. Just countering the effects of that after a long week. As the body begins to settle, allowing yourself that opportunity to externally rotate for just a little bit. Maybe noticing that as the front side of the body starts to open up, it transcends right down from the chest into the hips. So allowing yourself to make those adjustments accordingly. If it feels right to start to make adjustments with the legs based upon that, just go there. Remembering in the stillness of the long holds, it's where the body has this amazing movement in the connective tissue. Noting as the spine opens, make those adjustments. Seeing if you can find some space that you can relax on your neck. Exhale. And as we begin to prepare to exit this posture, taking your time, tuning in, mindfully rolling to either the right or the left side. And then as you're ready, bringing yourself back up to seated. Releasing the prop, remembering if you would like it for Shavasana, don't go too far. And then bringing yourself back to a tabletop here. From here in tabletop, we're going to tuck our toes, lift our hips, and find a downward dog. Maybe noting how quick you settle in as you spend some time opening posterior chains, sides of the body, the chest. And then just adding in some mindful movement here. We're going to come up high in the toes. We're going to draw the knees down towards the mat, bringing the shins parallel. Press back in, floating child's pose. Lift back up into downward dog. Taking a couple more rounds of this if it feels right. High on the toes. Floating the knees forward, the shins become parallel. pressing back into that floating child's pose, lifting the hips up. One more round at your pace. And then settling in to this down dog. Mindfully floating the knees, this time to the floor. Taking a cat and a cow. And then walking the hands out on the mat and drawing the chin down towards the mat, the chest down towards the mat, finding a puppy dog. One more breath here. And then pressing into hands, lift the forearms up, walk the hands back. Making your way up to humble mountain. From here, taking the hands and placing them along the sacrum, hugging the elbows in, opening the heart. If it's in your practice to come into full camel, you're welcome to go there. Now reaching for the heels, pushing the hips forward. Coming back to that humble mountain. Then bringing the hands back to the mat. Coming to tabletop. Taking a cat and a cow if it feels right. You're going to swing the legs to either the right or the left. You're making your way down your sits bones. From here, we're going the left leg long on the mat, right coming to the inside. We're coming into Janu Shirshasana, or a seated figure 4. You're going to inhale, lift the arms up and overhead, exhale, hinging at the hip crease, coming forward. Long back. And then if it feels to tuck the chin, round the back, come there. Inhale, make your way to that long back again if you rounded the back. And then come on back up. Gaze up towards the ceiling, hands through to heart center. Take that right hand, lift that right leg up, extend it long, move to the left side. Inhale, lift the arms up and overhead. Exhale, long back, hinge at that hip crease. Lengthen the spine. And then if it feels right to round the back, go ahead and go there. Inhale, if you rounded the back, you're coming back to long back. And then on your next inhale, come on back up, gaze up, hands through heart center. Left hand to left leg, extend the legs long. And then as you're ready, you're gonna recline back into your Shavasana. Taking the time here to settle in. Maybe noting the breath. Maybe just noting the sensations that you feel within the body. Knowing that all your hard work is done. Knowing that there's nothing left to do here now, except just be. Did you hear the sound of the singing bowl? Starting to draw your awareness back into the space. Following the sound of the bowl till you hear it no more. And then begin to draw your awareness to your breath. Just noting the natural rhythm to start. And then as you're ready to add more movement into the body, start to deepen the inhales, lengthen the exhales. Just allowing that natural movement to come with the breath. Taking your time, as we did in the beginning of practice. Move right leg independently from left leg, giving it what it needs. Moving into the arms, doing the same thing. And then when you are ready to take a full body stretch, let yourself take a deep inhale. Breathe overhead and flexing into the benefits of your practice. And then, when you're finished stretching, let yourself roll to your right side and find that comfortable fetal position, that yoga egg, that place and space of new beginnings. Taking the time here, just come to that space of gratitude. You made your practice a priority today. The beautiful act of self-care. And then drawing awareness into the left hand. Spread the fingers wide. Let that hand float down to the floor or the mat in front of you. And as you're ready, starting to put a little weight into that hand, pressing into that hand, make your way up to a comfortable seated one. Find the sits bones on the mat. Let the shoulders rise above the hips. Bring the chin to neutral. And on an inhale, lift the arms up and overhead. Take the gaze up towards the ceiling. And then draw the palms together. Bring the palms through to heart center. I thank you all for the privilege of guiding you through your midday practice. I hope the benefits of this practice follow you into the rest of your day today. May you all be happy. May you be safe. May you walk this earth always in loving kindness, peace, always at ease. From my heart to all of your hearts. Namaste, yogis. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. All, I look forward to soon.